away we go. The gold medal game is underway. And the women's under 18s, where they won a silver. Garland back on it. That's a pretty tiny bit of business in the 24-25 season. Brady Shea, a long shot. And Giannone hangs on to that. Mikey Asimov. Back to Brady Shea. Shea with a long shot that's tipped wide out the other side. Asimov throws it back in front. Drew O'Connor with a chance. Giannone down. The American indicating they scored. Giannone's half in the net.
An opportunity. Garrett battles to get in front of the net. Gets a piece of the puck out in front of O'Connor all by himself. And walks right into it. Giannone makes a tremendous save on the blocker side early on O'Connor. Here's a look at it. Oh, blocked her into the...
11 Swiss players in the NHL this year. 4 of them scored 25 or more goals. In comes Andrighetto, shoots, pad save made there by Swayman. The rebound just skipped away from Moser. Back comes Garland the other way. And Malgin stepped into him. Laid back down to the Swiss zone, and Fora back to pick it up. A brisk early pace here in the first period. Earlier today, the Swedes beat Denmark to capture their second straight bronze medal. Denmark in a 4th place finish, its best ever in an IIHF tournament. Fiala spins and shoots. Swayman the stop on that. Niederreiter trying to take it free of the World Championship going back to 1934. Now stolen by Will Smith. Spins and shoots, and Giannone makes the stop. He'll hang on to that with a late tap. Fiala to Andrighetto for Kukan. Back to Andrighetto for Kukan. Andrighetto looks for a lane and fires. Swayman save. Rebound. Niederreiter turned away. Loose puck. Scooped up by Fiala. Swayman down.
Unloads on him. But this chance for Niederreiter in front. The rebound's right on his stick. Any elevation. And it's in. Swayman. The reaction and stretch.
And Fora back with it. Fora winds back in, drops that back to Riyad. Riyad shoots, knocked away by Swayman. Trey Kroner jerseys in here, but a whole bunch of red and white clad Swiss have taken over the building last couple of days. Here's Dean Kukan. Shoots, punched away by Swayman. Andrighetto back with it. Back to Moser, a long shot. Swayman save, and Meyer can't reach the rebound. Face-off won by Beniers. And Lacombe brings it up. 14 goals this year for Jackson Lacombe with the Anaheim Ducks. Thompson shoots, that deflected, and Giannone made a good stop there. Now Clayton Keller on it, being watched by Kukan. Keller back with it. Throws it back, but deflected puck. Giannone made a great stop there on Cooley and tight. And Pete drops it back for Shea. Keller. Up ahead for Peak, who fires it down, and Giannone. Here's that back for Bernice. Pass it center ice to Moy. Has a quick look, feeds that down, and Swayman. Garland drops it back to Cooley. Here's Cooley to Keller. Back in front to Garland, feeds across to Thompson, drops it back, and a hard shot there by Werenski, knocked away by Giannone. Back across to Keller. Bank that back in front, broken up by Malgin. And scooped back up by Cooley. Back down to Keller. Behind the goal is Thompson. Feeds it back in front, put wide by Keller. 30 seconds to go in the U.S. power play. 45 seconds to go in the period. Thompson to Werenski. Back to Thompson. Shoots. That's off the foot of Fora. Move back. Werenski feeds it across to Keller's got some time. Shoots. Giannone makes the save up high. Keller back to Cooley. And that pass for Thompson, who's all teed up, but Abdul got a stick on that. Back around to Keller. Dying second to the power play. Cooley to Keller. Takes a return pass and fires. Giannone makes the sharp angle save. Now fed back. Thompson a shot. Stopped by Giannone. Here's Keller back. He fires and Giannone makes the save. And the team start this second period 5-on-5. Moves it on Siegenthaler. Now brought back up by Dennis Malgin, who played briefly for Florida and Toronto in the NHL. Shoots, that dribbles down to Swayman. In 2018, they lost to Sweden in the shootout in the gold medal game, and last year, it's a tight game A one-goal game in the third period when David Pasternak scored the 2-0 goal. As Kukan goes back for the rolling puck.
Good skates. Wow.
Kukan winds back out, spreads up for Riyad with a shot. And Jeremy Swayman able to make the save. And here is Werenski to McCarron. Banks it down. Giannone will gobble that up with McCarron lurking dangerously. Now jousting with Marty, among others. Up the center ice to Moy. And was knocked down by Pinto, busting back in. Along with Smith. Shane Pinto drops it back. Lacombe with a shot. Giannone makes the save and squeezes that.
Brady Shea reached, and if he didn't get it, he was in trouble.
Now move back in front for Smith with a shot. Giannone makes the save. Good pass there by Gauthier. Pinto back on it, bouncing around in front. Held to the line by Peak. Andrew Peak spins that back to Pinto. In for Gauthier, shoots. Giannone the stop. Kind of an awkward leaning save, and it's moved back out. Patrick Birchie moves off the puck by Cooley. Now it goes off a stick, bounces right back, and the shot by Moser, or by Moy is blocked. Now Glauser. Side of the goal, Schmidt with a jam play. Swayman down, loose puck goes to Keller, who knocks that away. Here comes Nazar. Across to Beniers with a shot that goes wide. Vlasic back with it. Plays it back down to Thompson. Tage Thompson shoots. Giannone makes the stop and quickly grabs up ahead to Cooley. Fires that back down to the Swiss zone as the Americans change. Marty has a look ahead for Ambule. In comes Andres Ambule. Backhand shot stopped by Swayman.
He shoots everything. Cutter go. I mean, he's got a great shot, but he shoots everything in the offensive zone.
Got it down by Berchi. Corrals it back. In comes Berchi. Long shot, gloved by Swayman. Wins that battle for the puck. Backhands that towards the goal. It was blocked by Thompson. Now Vlasic back with it. At the line, held by Glauser. Shoots, and Swayman makes that stop. And there'll be another face-off in the American zone. Ambule back on it. Picked up by Smith. Drops it back to Thompson. Thompson shoots! And Giannone got just a piece of that. Held at the line by Vlasic. Takes the return pass from Beniers. And Vlasic shoots. The bouncing puck knocked away by Giannone. Nazar to Gauthier. Beats that. Swiss won the first meeting 3-0. Off the face-off, Gauthier plays that back to Lacombe, a shot that goes high. And Rigetto. Up for Mulligan. In with Meyer. And Werenski throws down Mulligan. Lacombe. He finds Will Smith busting it with Gauthier. Smith shoots, and Giannone got just a piece of that.
Will Smith takes the bouncing puck over 4, and now he's in. Doesn't have the best wheels, he's going to shoot another one that just catches the top.
Cutter Gauthier drops it off to Nazar. Tips it on Siegenthaler, who stays with him and erases him behind the net. Beniers picks up the loose puck and drops it back. Thompson shoots. Giannone makes the stop and quickly hangs on to that. Kukan gets around Lacombe. Shoots from a sharp angle. Swayman makes the stop. Lacombe gathers up the rolling puck. Feeds at the center ice. And finds Nazar short-headed. Fires, and Giannone gets a piece of that. Garland back on it. He shoots, tipped in front. Great chance in front for Nazar as the horn sounds. And Giannone makes the stop as the United States gets 2 short-handed chances.
Nazar gets a pretty good pivot wrister off on Giannone. And then one more as the bell sounds. Well, just throwing anything that he can towards the net. Nazar, who's been dangerous in the game, tries Giannone one last time. Would have counted. Giannone turns another.
Second power play of the game for the Swiss. Shane Pinto entering this period.
Brian Boucher's on watch.
And now spun around the corner. Rigetto with a quick chance in front for Nazar. That stop.
American player drew the penalty shot. Knocks down Boy on the forecheck, and a wide open look in front. It's gonna go through Bernie's feet.
Wow. Banked back in by Smith. Christian Marty was tied up from behind by Smith. Back at the line, Lacombe with a shot, got through Giannone the save. Cooley back with it. What a shift he's having. Banks that back to Shea. 5 gone here in a scoreless third period. Shea with a long shot. Ginoni save. And Canuck knocked that away from Peak. 35 goals this year in the NHL for Kevin Fiala. Nico Hischier also had 35. The lead Swiss-born players. Now Cook had a long shot. Tipped in front. Swayman down. Pinckney grabs the rebound with Ambuel standing right there.
Kukan, who has been showing off his excellent skating ability, goes laterally and floats it in to Niederreiter. Oh, he gets all of the tip, trying to go back 5-hole. Swayman able to cover it. One of the best looks Switzerland has had in quite some time. That puck finds 5-hole.
Niederreiter has it picked up by Keller. In comes Clayton Keller with a move, shoots, Ginoni save, bouncing, puck in front, and it was knocked away by Christian Marty, who might have saved a goal right there.
Possibly be complaining about. Here's the earlier chance by Keller, turnover, no gap. This puck could have bounced anywhere, but it's...
Fiala goes right wide to Ambuel as time expires. And for the 9th time in the history of this tournament, the gold medal game will go to overtime. Scored a golden goal against them the year before. And away we go in overtime. 3-on-3. Blauser to Malgin. In comes Malgin winding in. Dennis Malgin gets a step. Has a look back, spins out and shoots, and Swayman got a piece of that. The puck goes up and out. Drops it back, picked up by Shea. Out for Cooley, ahead to Thompson. Tage Thompson with Logan Cooley. Thompson in, shoots, scores! Tage Thompson, golden goal! And the United States has won the World Hockey Championship for the first time in 92 years.
But in the biggest moment, when the U.S. had to have it, drags to change the angle and just slings it